We planted nasturtiums on the allotment for two reasons. One is they're actually quite a good food source, and secondly it's to encourage bees and so on to come to the allotment to fertilise the flowers. Now on the food side, you can eat the leaves and you can eat the flowers, but, and here's one here, you can actually pickle the seeds when they're green, like that, and actually they make a sort of substitute for pickled capers. And back at the house I'm going to show you how to pickle these. When I told friends that I was going to be pickling nasturtium seeds, I experienced a few raised eyebrows from people which couldn't quite fathom why I'd want to do something like that. Well, nasturtium seeds are a very good substitute for these. There we go. These are capers. And capers are a seed pod that grows on plants in the Mediterranean area, and we can't grow them here in the UK, certainly not here in the northeast. It's just simply too cold and my greenhouse isn't big enough to grow something like this in. So we wanted a substitute, and we came up with nasturtium seeds. There we have one there, and these are described by many people as a good substitute for these. I'd actually go one further. I would say that nasturtium seeds are a very good food in their own right. They've got a very, very good peppery taste to them, which once you've pickled it, or you can use them raw, you can put them into soups, into salads, very good in salads, or in sauces, and that's really fantastic. So I would say these are much, much better than capers as a food. Anyway, to pickle them, this is what you have to do. Well, very briefly, you will need a small number of peppercorns, probably 5 or 6, a bottle, 500 litre bottle of white wine vinegar, 1 onion, a couple of cloves of garlic, half a lemon, and some allspice and some celery salts, and these are needed to make a spiced vinegar. So what you got to do next? Here it comes. Well, into the pan with the vinegar you put your mixed spice, celery salt, then make sure your lemon is finely chopped. That goes in. Make sure you remove the pips. Put in your peppercorns, 5 or 6 of them. Make sure the garlic is nicely chopped, nice and thin, and likewise with the onion as well. Make sure it's finely chopped. All that into the pan and apply some heat. Right, whilst we're waiting for the vinegar to boil, I'm going to do a sort of quick explanation as to how to prepare the nasturtium seeds. First of all, pick them with a bit of stalk still on them, and then once you get them back to your kitchen, steep them for overnight in salt water, and then for another day steep them in fresh water. Well, once the vinegar is boiled, leave it to simmer for about 10 minutes, after which time you leave it to cool. Now, I tend to remove the lemon in it. You don't have to, you can leave everything in, or you can strain it, but you leave it to cool for about 10 minutes. Now, what you put into the vinegar is very much up to you. It may be that you don't want to put anything in and just use a plain vinegar with nothing added, or you could add salt, or you could add other spices as well. It's very much down to taste. But this, what I've made here, is quite a sharp pickling vinegar, which I think goes quite well with the peppery taste of the nasturtiums. So once the vinegar's cooled, just add it to the jars and then seal them. Well, here we are. This is one of the 6 jars that we've made, as you can see. And about 3 weeks ago I made that. As you can see around the bottom there's more seeds in it, and we used a different type of vinegar. It's much more seed based, so it was coriander, mustard seeds, fennel and so on. So really the type of vinegar you put in is entirely up to you. You can sweeten it, you can salt it, you can put more spice in. That second type there didn't have any mixed spice in, so it's very much up to you how to make your vinegar. Now just a quick word on quantities. We used about 500 grams of nasturtium seeds, and for that you need about a litre of vinegar. Now, amongst the eagle-eyed amongst you would have spotted this in the background. This is bottled plums. We've got lots of plums, or had lots of plums from the allotment, and in the next video we're going to show you how to bottle fruit. See you then.